Ahead. What driving adjustments should be made? Slow down, drive with care and caution. In a collision, what is the danger to the driver or passengers who are not wearing a seatbelt? The vehicle may stop suddenly, but unbelted passengers continue to move.
Which vehicle should signal to leave the roundabout if practical? Both Vehicle A and Vehicle B.
When merging onto the main road, why is it important to match the speed of the vehicles on the main road? To avoid disrupting the flow of traffic. To improve safety when driving to an unfamiliar destination, it is best to plan ahead of time,
Why are major junctions lined with diagonal yellow lines? To prevent the junction from being blocked. During foggy conditions, stopping in the middle of the road can start a chain reaction collision.
When driving, how can you avoid the many hazards on the road and be a safe driver? By anticipating and forecasting what may happen.
What is the speed limit in a residential area with single lane when there are no speed limit signs? 40 kilometers per hour.
Under the Criminal Services category of the Dubai Police app, you may report a crime. As a sensible and responsible driver on the road, avoid doing this to truck drivers. Blasting your horn with intention to force the driver to drive faster.
You drive and stop at an intersection that has a red traffic light. Can you use a mobile phone while you wait for a change of lights? No. Looking at the diagram, which vehicle can turn first? Vehicle B.
You need to increase following distance when driving during the night. Why? So you will have more time to react. When reversing at a parking lot, drivers need to be extra careful and look out especially for persons with disabilities. Under the Community Services category of the Dubai Police app, you may find leaders at your service.
The best way to deal with drivers signalling to turn is to give way and allow them to turn. When you see this sign, it means warning, roadworks ahead. Drivers using mobile phones commit mistakes in judgment.
To safely merge, you must try to match the speed of vehicles already on the main road and confirm safety by checking the blind spot.
When leaving a roundabout, the right indicator must be turned on. Between vehicles A and B, which has priority and why? B, because vehicle A is facing a stop sign.
What does this sign mean? The road ahead narrows.
When reporting a traffic accident using the Dubai Police app, which three information is required? Vehicle plate number, license number, picture of damages. You are driving a fully loaded SUV and you encounter this sign. What is the gross weight of the vehicle? Your car is equipped with an airbag. Why do you still need to wear a seatbelt? Because airbag does not replace the seatbelt.
When must you drive with your headlights and tail lights on? Between sunset and sunrise, and when the weather conditions reduce visibility.
When there is a flood, it is best to avoid driving through it if at all possible. Which sign means the road height is limited?
You encountered a collision on your way and you are not involved. What is the best behaviour here? Avoid slowing down to look as it may cause more traffic or cause another collision. To inquire about traffic fines using the Dubai Police app, you may use the plate number, TC number, licence and ticket number. When driving around school children, do not assume they know how to behave in traffic. Why must you indicate clearly your intention to change direction using the indicators? To ensure that you do not expose yourself or others to danger. Whenever possible, avoid this dangerous action on the road. To suddenly stop in front of the truck.
What does this sign mean? Prohibits exceeding the 80 km/h speed limit.
What is one way of telling that you are becoming more skilled as a driver? You make correct decisions before your driving instructor tells you what to do.
Avoid conflict with other road users by giving way, even if you have the priority sometimes.
Driving is more dangerous if you adjust the radio or talk on a mobile phone as you drive.
If the fog is too dense to continue, it is best to pull off the road and position away from traffic.
Before entering a roundabout, why is it important to decide where to exit? So that you can choose the correct lane of entry.
When you see this sign, you are travelling into a traffic.
What does this sign mean? A road may be closed by a gate ahead. Tailgating or driving too close to the vehicle in front may cause other drivers to suddenly change lane.
There is a junction ahead. This means you will merge with other traffic from the right.
You are driving vehicle A. You are about to crash into a bike rider who has pulled out ahead of you. To avoid crashes like this, you should slow down when approaching parked cars so you can see and respond to hazards. When must you drive with lights on? From sunset to sunrise.
If the traffic signal is red, emergency vehicles may cross and proceed after a brief stop. Give way by moving to the left or right without crossing the red signal. With the adaptive cruise control engaged, the driver still needs to brake to avoid collision with the vehicle in front. In case of loss of traction due to skidding, this system may apply brakes to individual wheels to create torque. Electronic stability program. In driving, What is defined as anything that can cause the driver to change direction, position or speed of the vehicle? A hazard moving or not moving. When driving near pedestrians, you may need to give way or stop if necessary. Why? Pedestrians have the priority.
Which vehicle can overtake? Vehicle A.
This traffic light means you must stop if safe to do so.
Pedestrians are using pedestrian lights to cross the road you're turning into. When must you give way to the pedestrians? Always.
Driving on a sharp bend, the road markings will be
in good conditions, you should leave at least a 2-second gap between you and the car in front. When should you leave a larger gap? When the driving conditions are poor, such as sandstorms or rain.
Your vehicle has broken down on the road. When must you use a reflective triangle? Once the vehicle is safely positioned.
driving under the influence of alcohol is dangerous and UAE traffic law prohibits it.
This is good practice, especially when dealing with motorcyclists. Provide safe distance and allow the rider to maneuver safely in case of emergency. If you find yourself tailgating another vehicle, it is best to slow down and increase the following distance.
At pedestrian crossings, footpaths, bridges, viaducts or tunnels, these are some of the areas where motorists are not allowed to park any time.
This group of signs assign right-of-way priority or direction of travel. Control signs.
You are approaching a green light that's been on for some time. You should be prepared to stop.
When large trucks or buses are stopping, what can you do to help ensure safety on the road? Do not cut in front of a truck or bus. Your vehicle is unable to move due to mechanical problems. How can you warn other drivers? Turn on your hazard lights or lift your bonnet. There is zero tolerance for drink driving in Dubai. You risk being fined, jailed, or license confiscated. When you are observing the 2-second rule while following another vehicle, it means you are not tailgating.
The diagram shows a driver's blind spot. What can you do about blind spots when you drive? Know where your blind spots are and do a head check regularly.
If your vehicle breaks down on the road, think of your safety and do not stand in front of your vehicle. Which type of vehicle is prohibited by this sign? Motorcycles. A safe behavior in the event of a collision is to check with the other people involved whether anyone is injured.
Which of these vehicles are permitted to turn right? Vehicles A and B only.
A red traffic light means you must stop and wait.
One of the many ways to ensure your child rides your car safely is use the best safety restraint for your child's size. The 5 service categories inside the Dubai Police app are community, certificates and permits, traffic, criminal and save people life. When driving at night, it is difficult to judge the speed and distance of objects. Aggressive driving increases fuel consumption. It is also dangerous and adds to traffic congestion. This sign indicates that this road, or a portion of this road, may not be used by other road users. Why should you not try to overtake a school bus that stops just ahead of you? Because students may suddenly cross the road. Vehicle A is travelling on a main road. Vehicle B wants to join the main road. Which vehicle has the priority? Vehicle A has the priority.
You are overtaken. One way to know when it is safe to return to your lane is to wait until you see both headlights of the vehicle you have overtaken in your rear view mirror.
What is the purpose of fitting many modern vehicles with night mirrors? To reduce the possibility of being dazzled by the lights of a vehicle behind? Keep your speed down and you will have time to react. This is especially important when driving at night.
When you see this sign, slow down and be ready for their unexpected movement.
Why is it important to use rear-facing car seats for your infant? Rear-facing car seat distributes the crash force on the entire body. Why should you exercise patience when following a slow-moving truck? Its load may be too heavy to move faster. What should you do if your vehicle drifts near or over the lane marking and this system provides audible warning? Steer back to the middle of the lane.
New drivers tend to focus more on the mechanical side of operations. This is risky period because their reactions may be either too slow or exaggerated.
This road marking informs drivers not to park or stop adjacent to the line marking except to give way to pedestrians or cyclists crossing the area. After a collision, a motorcyclist wearing a helmet was injured. What is the best thing to do? Do not attempt to remove the helmet.
One of the many techniques to safe driving is to try to predict what other drivers will do next.
You want to report a traffic violation. Which feature of Dubai Police app allows you to do this? We are all police.
Vehicle A gives way to Vehicle B. Which vehicle has the priority here? Vehicle A has the priority.
Why is tailgating dangerous? It could cause a very serious crash involving multiple vehicles. Because they are difficult to see, be extra careful while driving at night, for motorcyclists and cyclists that are not using their headlights.
If visibility is reduced by fog, be patient and avoid passing or crossing traffic.
Which of the following will make you a more dangerous driver? Drinking alcohol and also taking certain medicines.
To properly wear a seatbelt, it must not be twisted and must restrain only one occupant,